Zay Dollar, what the fuck going on, y'all? Got the haircut, looking righteous. Now I did it myself again. What up? What's popping, y'all? It is hot like a mug. I'm probably gonna wear this when we start moving. I'm gonna go outside. We're gonna walk to the park like we usually do. The fuck going on, y'all? Zay Dollar. You know what I mean? Getting big. You know what I mean? Doing what I gotta do. But there's a lot going on, man, in my life, man. So we had the kids as usual. What's poppin', LD? How you, man? What's poppin', L? Yo, we had the grandkids for the weekend, so it was a lot of taking care of, you know what I mean, doing the right thing. But what up, LD? How was your weekend, man? Talk to me. How's everything? Hope everybody doing good. Not the fudge though. You already know what's poppin'. Yo, how you, man? What's going on, my nigga B? What up, B Ski? Hold this hug, B. Yo, what's poppin', everybody? I got a lot of cool, good news, man. We've been building. I'm just gonna give like a little synopsis. We've just been building. We found somebody. It was like pieces meeting all at once, right? So I come out here. I'm with my wife. She's a therapist. She's moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Doing what she has to do. But what up, B? How was your weekend, man? Audio good? Yeah. So B, check this out, man. We got in touch with this Asian gentleman who owns a lot of property, and one of the property pieces he owns, we want to renovate and turn into like a place where whenever you get out of jail, you want to get your ID, you want to get housing, you want to just get back on your feet, you come to our office, our place. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be a case manager, case worker. So I'm hyped, man. Was good though, chilling, chilling, man. You know, no jewelry on. You know, my boogers. I got them shits in the jewelry case. We're gonna like this L. What up, LD? Yo, my Knicks are in the finals. Told y'all, nigga. What up? What up? Who my nigga my nigga Morant though? It was a cool bro. This shit, some bullshit, bro. Yo, B, I'm telling you, if you guys have any skills, I know you got, but any skills relating to helping folk, man. If you have bachelors, even if you don't, if you know how to utilize your wording in a positive manner to help people, yo, come aboard, man. You know what I'm saying? We getting our shit hooked up. We're gonna get grants. Right now, we're waiting on. People don't understand when you're trying to open a business, man. There's so many grants, licensing, permits. You got the hydrant. The people, the fire department. Every entity has to see if this place is gonna be good enough. You know what I'm saying, for the future. But what up, everybody? How y'all doing? We got the Knicks in the finals, man. You got Drake ishing on everybody and their mother, and you finally got Jay-Z responding to Drake, Drizzy, and Kanye West, man. Shout out to Jay-Z looking like a weirdo as usual with their hair out. You know what I mean? But I could never understand people that have all the money in the world and they still want to act. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? A boss move is building. You know who's a boss? Let me tell y'all. This rapper named Rollo. You know what Rollo did? He bought old homes, tore them down, and put apartment complexes that could hold more families than just one, right? And he's allowing all these tenants to live for free, stack their bread, and he has his own community, man. But what's going on, B? How you doing, man? What's popping, man? Hope everybody doing good. What up, LD? What's going on? My wife been here. You know what I'm saying? My numbers say 4, but it is what it is. But what up, everybody? You know what I'm saying? There was a situation that happened. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of blew up. It is what it is. But like, I wasn't aiming it at no particular people. I was just like, when when trolling gets trolling. You know what I'm saying? People got crazy. But yeah, man, I'm chilling. Zay Dollar just marinate. Oh, Nenny G in the fucking building. That's my soldier, man. Motherfuckers know who I was. You know what I mean? It was just there was one person. Her name was like Mixie King or some shit, and I was just wilding out, and I just didn't, like the way people. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I'm building. Y'all know I'm doing the right thing. I'm trying to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not an easy task, but I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I put in my work. I'm with the grandkids. Peep the grandkids, y'all. How do I do this, man? Oh, don't even the videos, man. What's that? Yo, look at the bull. Yeah. Look, yeah, yeah, that part. Yeah. But it's dope, man. I hope everybody. This is why I hate doing some of these things, right? Oh, I'm off of it. Yo, what's going on, Frank? What's poppin', NAD? What's poppin'? That's a fact, man. That's why I put in my work. I still come on. I still been, trying to do my shorts. But I'm being honest, man. For the last maybe like week, we've really been so. A lot of things happen when you're trying to open up a commercial site. You have to go there, blueprints, which walls you want to knock down, which offices you want to merge, where's going to be certain areas. You know what I mean? The waiting area, so forth and so on. But if you've been rocking with me, you know how I feel about my team, man. Ain't no fake jacking over here, man. I dig. I love, everybody under the sun. You know what I'm saying? I'm really a cool dude. It's just like the trolls get at me, man. Look at that. Look at the 44 finally showing, man. Little chunky monkeys. Yeah, we gonna hold this for later, man. Yo, Frank, you ain't lie. You ain't lie. I caught that shit too, man. I really did, man. I already said the Spurs ethos, man. But shout out to Frank, man. We already knew OKC was gonna get out of there, man. And once again, I followed this dude that showed that like after every playoff run, the team that got knocked out usually won it the next year. And they went all the way back to Celtics, Spurs, OKC, and now the Knicks, man. Shout out to the Knicks though. Yo, Frank, Nene D, Black, did y'all see the motherfucking tickets? Main or eyes? Did y'all see the tickets for the Knicks or Spurs? I know Frank probably looked them up to try to, go to where it was San Antonio, right? Texas. Yo, family, them shits was like 20 racks. Oh God, I seen 99,000 for a seat, man. Whoa! I don't like that because that means like the fans ain't gonna be there. It's just gonna be rich oligarchs. It's gonna be everybody that bets, I bet. Cheeseburger in the fucking Boricua in the crib. What up, Cheese? Yo, what up, compadres? But yeah, man, shout out to Knicks, man. We in the building, y'all. We really did it, man. And yo, if you're not even looking it up, they doing some like record shit. They're 11-0 right now. So every team they met in the playoffs, they've been sweeping them out of here. If they catch this sweep, New York would go down in infamy. Like the Knicks need to, because if you don't know, man, a lot of things happen in Madison Square Garden. Even if it's not the Knicks doing it, it's other players doing it to them, right? So you had Kobe, you had the flu game when Jordan got sick and blew them out. You heard? You got Iverson doing some ill shit with the Knicks. You got Vince Carter. Just a lot of teams be doing it. Like they say, a lot of basketball players even said it. Like, yo, when I go to Madison Square Garden, I put on my extra shoes. You heard? Like I play. We know that it's a historic building. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to fucking the Spurs, man. My nigga Wemby, yo, what's up? Praying for you, my brother. What's going on, Jesus? Thank you for that. Always appreciate that love. Shout out to Jesus. You know what I mean? Amen. Amen. Yo, can we, yo, what's going on with SGA and his flopping? Yo, I didn't first of all, look, I watch basketball, but when you get older, I got OCD, man. I'm all over, right? So I got Rick and Morty, the Knicks in the background, posting something with the wife, you know what I mean? Whatever, you know what I'm saying? Bird. Nah, I seen it that ticket price. I'm gonna be doing what the teams who lost playoffs are doing and watch from home. Yo, that's a fire t-shirt, B. Like you know what I mean about the wording right there? Yo, you can make that, that is fire. Cause that's exactly, I'm not paying no, yo, first a person's salary in America, 40, 50 bands for a seat for one night. I'm good. I'm good, man. And that's crazy. Like you telling me, you know what I mean? I've been cheering for my team all these years. I mean, and now my team is finally there and I can't you out you it's like they really doing it like you know those movies where the rich live in the skies because the ground level, the pollution and all the shit is fucked up. That's what they're doing, man. They are separating us really with the paper, man. Yo, motherfuckers be like, yo, money can't buy happiness. It sure do. It sure could buy you some tickets at the game, though. You heard? Shout out to the Knicks Spurs, man. 20, 30 bands. Ain't no way. That's crazy work, man. But yo, can we segue to SGA? I don't know. Something Gilgis Alexander, right? So that Alexander dude, man, yo, the way he flops, yo, it actually turned people away from watching the game, man. Like yo, my shit is a little janky, man. Yo, I hate when from far it looks Gucci, but when you close, it's like, whoa. But yeah, man, I did it myself again. You already, for some reason, this side, I don't know, my eye is more. This side is like, whoa, like I got the beer goggles. But yo, man, SGA, you making basketball unwatchable, man. First of all, we come from Karl Malone, elbow in your face, motherfucker. Charles Oakley biting your neck, right? Like Anthony Mason, rest in peace. We come from ballers balling. Like let them play, man. And you could see it. SGA, yo, they don't even touch the man, and he's like, that zesty shit in the league is crazy work, man. It's crazy work. And I don't care, Cat, how zesty you is. If you bring a chip to New York, you go, girl. Now let me stop. Right? Like there used to be a imagery thing, right? Like so you wanted to show boys masculine energy. And I know, you know what I mean? Everybody different and shit like that. But he be pinching Brunson's ass and shit. I be like, oh no, man, stop it, Cat. Yeah, Black. They be doing all that craziness. Yo, let's hold this for the journey, man. I'll take this, man. But yeah, man, it's annoying, man. Oh, peep the gear, man. So we got the plant still that when everything falls in line, and you know, I don't know if you guys ever lived at a point in your life where things start flowing. Maybe Nene D could maybe be. You know what I'm trying to say? Like as much as we be like, yo, life sucks, right? Like or like we just warn people like life is not always peachy and creamy, right? But yo, man, when things start connecting and shit, it fucking bugs you out. And that's why you need to be strong because some weak folk would think that it's like, yo, I had paranoia where when the boss was like, yo, you might get a fucking a promotion. I'm over here like, yo, what up, Ethan? Yeah, my bad, y'all. I think the last one I did was on Friday, man, and or Thursday. And I took the Friday, like I said, I was sick. I'm still sick. Like, and that this is another thing, yeah. I feel like my mind is very powerful because I started thinking, oh shit, with the Hamani, whatever that fucking disease is. I'm on VK. That's what's up. Vacation. I got you. I got you, bro. Yo, you know how your mind can make you think that you sick? I started thinking that twisted COVID is still around. It's still out there. People are still getting sick. But I be saying like these motherfuckers are in the. Yeah, I'm leaving this jacket. We're gonna walk without the jacket. It's not a jacket. It's like the whole piece, the whole outfit is pretty lit though. You know what I'm saying? But hence the no. Hold on, man. This shirt looking real out of bounds. I'm gonna have to give this shit to my wife's fucking daughter, man. All right, we're gonna 1, 2, 3. Sorry, y'all. 2 seconds. 22 seconds. Got my shit on, y'all. What up? Doing my motherfucking hut hut. But what up, y'all? It's been a long time. Yeah, Ethan. Time be flying, man. You know what I mean? No disrespect to any of y'all. I'm never gonna leave. I'm not a sucker, right? Like I'm building for a reason, but I truly was under the weather, man. Like, and lately, like I'm gonna tell you guys a trick. Take care of yourselves because on God, as soon as I hit motherfucking 44, man, my stomach aches are more intensified. Like I literally be, you know, uh, I got something with my stomach, and it's not like I can't poop or anything. It's more like when your uncle or grandfather was like, I can't eat that no more, and you're like, what you mean you can't eat that no more? I'm at that stage in life. Like as much as I love bread, as much as I like spicy shit, I can't. My body don't it don't control the shit no more. Like the saying, focus on word. He would sustain us and go through it with us. Thank you, Jesus. That's a fact. Amen. You felt that too, Black. What up, Black? Hold on. I know you New York City Knicks for that, but you know what happens when I know this happens with Bluetooth a lot, and you guys know, when your shit is hooked up to the Wi-Fi, and you be down the block. Yo, that's how strong your Wi-Fi was, and then your shit be like whoop, and you're like, oh, you got disconnect and come back. Let me know if I'm back, everybody. Let me know if I'm back. If not, I'll start this whole shit over. There we go. There we go. You know what I mean? For some reason, every time this shit is hooked up to my Wi-Fi, it's great for the crib because I know right now it looks probably choppy, but all we're gonna do is just walk to the park, get to a little area, and I'm just gonna smoke that cigarette real quick. Back, good looking, everybody. And mind you, I can't read, so you know what I mean. One love to everybody. I appreciate my soldiers. I appreciate my mods. I appreciate people that know everybody has a bad day. We all human. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like, I never come on here thinking I'm better than anybody. I always give people their flowers. I always respectfully, I know B's grind. I know Frank's grind. I know Nene the work, you know what I mean? When you build things, it's and and I don't like I hate being, into the racism shit, but I always when you in New York, man, most of my peoples was African, right? But then you see the plight, the shit they go through, the extra hurdles that other folk don't want to admit, but it is what it is, man. But that's why, like, I be like, yo, shorty, you know, got that limousine joint popping, and got to the point where right now she's in the 50th anniversary Vetti. You know what I'm saying? Living her best life, and it sucks that Pennsylvania, Philly is getting like really zombie land because it used to be, yo. When I was younger, we went to go see the Bell, right? And it used to be called Brotherly Love because every person in Philly was breaking their balls working. Like everybody in Philly worked. Hence the reason why a lot of people that worked hard had houses. You know what I'm saying? I'm back. I'm back. Shout out to department. What to Deputy Daphne Joy. Shout out to Daphne, man. What up, William? I'm trying to read, man. Once I get to the a shade, I could be a little bit better. But I appreciate everybody, man. You know what I mean? But my story is like I said, we're building, we're just we're in the motion of the LLC department. We're in the motion of grants. We're in the motion of permits and licensing. And once those things get completed, we already have somebody that's the construction side is lock stock. So once you know what I mean, niggas is not they knocking walls down and doing what they have to do. But you know, uh my wife is like a part owner type shit, so it's a lot she's doing and bringing, and I'm not going, what I'm saying, a lot of folk, don't understand the gift they have, or the what I'm saying. I don't want to say luck, but it's almost like that, right? Like, yo, man, you found a woman that is going, elevate your life, man. So don't, you know what I'm saying? That's why every time I have an opportunity to speak on her is always, and just. Yeah, Nene, I look, Nene, I remember back in the days, man. Sorry if I'm not reading, but buffering tough, bro. Um, Back in the days, man, I swear on everything. I hope I'm gonna find a good spot. Let's see if this location is just. Yo, back in the days, man, Philly used to be, like I said, I went to go see the clock, like the bell, right? It's a cracked bell, very prestigious, very. It's been around since, you know what I mean. The colony days, right? So long story short, man, you go to this town, you go to Philly, the city, and first of all, I was by Temple University. Everybody was busting their ass. Everybody was getting to the Liberty Bell. Thank you, thank you. Everybody was getting to that bag, man. And then with the combination of music and I'll fast forward all the way to like COVID, man. That COVID free money shit fucked up. People don't understand when your mom and dad businesses close. Those are neighborhood people. Those are neighborhood jobs that we you still want. Yes, they might not pay the best. Yes, they might not have all the benefits, but what they do is allow a person to be an entrepreneur. When you knock that dude out and put a Walmart, that's a conglomerate, man. These corporations, I be in Cali and that's all you see. You know what I'm saying? At least in New York, you still got mom and pop, like mom and pop that does the muffins, or a dude got his own little stand and he sells bagels, right? Like you still got, but it's getting harder and harder, man. But there's a lot of crazy laws they're passing, a lot of weird things that has been happening since, you know what I mean, I haven't been on. And yeah, man, this world is bugged out, man. But the Liberty Bell, man, Philly, if you don't know, in the 90s, late 90s, 2010 or 5, I want to say, like, because I'm be honest, man, it changed. It did change. It was, and them Muslims, uh, they get it popping, man. You know what I mean? Because the grind is more. It's cold. It's nasty, right? Philly got wild weather, man. But shout out to everybody. Good looking for the thumbs up, man. We outside, we inside, we everywhere. $8, random. You know what the fuck going on, y'all? Yo, you see what I mean? Good looking co-host. That shit is buggy, man. And I've been seeing, you know, we got to the point where we're like, my bad, y'all. We gonna amp it up. We gonna amp it up. But yo, we get to that point where motherfuckers is like, yo, we got cameras everywhere. You know what I mean? You can't get away with nothing. Yo, I feel like there's been more serial killers now than there has ever been, man. You know what I mean? And it's spooky, man. And the news work sometimes with the police department. Sometimes they don't want to put out information too much, right? Because it'll alert the criminal. But then it also don't alert the population that there's this fucking creep going around. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I'm seeing that shit more and more, man. This shit, it's all it really does. But there's been a lot going on, man. So obviously we got the Knicks getting to the playoffs. Um, what else I saw? I saw a lot of did y'all see the shit about Gilbert Arenas? How he built so basically Gilbert Arenas is if you don't know, you probably know him because he was the first NBA dude to get charged with a gun, like he had a gun in his locker, right? So fast forward, he retires, never got a chip, but he was good at his 3 points, he was a good baller. Gilbert Arenas creates a podcast called Gil's Arena. Fast forward maybe 2 years, he's thinking business, which is dope. But he built this entity, he builds it up, and another group of partnership bought it. So now he thinks he's 50-50, but you know how that go, man. Not all money's good money. But supposedly he fudged himself. Like Gilbert Arenas, like ended up losing everything. Like now they call it the arena. I think he's not even in it, but all his co-hosts are still in it. It's a bugged out game, man. That podcast game. You know what I'm saying? And it's weird because like you be seeing videos like Mike Will, that Steve Will, right? Steve Will do it, some shit like that. And they be videos like where these niggas getting their money from, man? Cause they be, yo, he has a video where he got with this lady for 6 months and supposedly he spent already a 1.4 million. He been with this lady for 6 months. What's going on, Darius? What's popping, ba? Miss you, baby. How you doing, man? Hope everything good. But yo, man, what's up, Nene D? What up, B? What up, Frank? What up, Ethan? What up, LD? What's going on, everybody? What up, wife? I appreciate everybody rocking with the kid. We're gonna get into that. I told you, I got the spot, y'all, and you hear the birds too. This shit sounds amazing. I don't know. It's something about nature, man. There's something about nature. Let me know if audio good. Steve owns a beer with Nelk Boy. Oh, Christy! What up, Christy? Christy, no. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you, Christy. Thank you, thank you. All love. I'm a throw out that. I'm just gonna say all love, man. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to anybody in particular, but I was already getting to that point where the people don't understand how the pod and streaming get. You know what I mean? Yo, look at this. How come I always attract squirrels, y'all? You don't understand how close he really is, though. Look, that dude got a nice tail, though. What up, D? What's going on, Christy? What's going on, Black? What up, Darius? What up, Devin? How you doing, pa? I'm missing, man. I'm 780 pounds. I don't get out much anymore. Yo, Devin, I hope we could, you know what I mean, get you out of that, man. Oh, look, there's like a bunch of them. One coming down the tree. Look, they're gonna go play. Look, my man. Oh, there's like four of them behind me. Look, they talking. Look, they're like babies. Look, they're playing. Oh, I wish you could see this, y'all. They're like playing all around me. Oh my God, I love squirrels. But I seen a video where the squirrel got on the dude. Squirrels, they have little sharp claws, nigga. They will rip you in half a little bit. You heard? Be careful, man. Don't forget the light. Yo, Darius, good looking. But yeah, man, what's up with Steve, man? Where's he getting his bread though? Steve had a ton of money before that though. Why? So he already had bread stacked. You're saying? All right. I think that was a good segue or a good introduction to I should have finished what I said, which was like how does he have money knowing that he's banned in a lot of platforms, right? But I guess Kick and certain platforms still rock with him. Yo, Zay, do you think the Knicks have an answer for Wemby? Yeah, man. I think Cat is going, I think, underestimating and a beautiful thing about both teams is let's say you lock down Wemby or Cat or Brunson, you have other Castle, this other nigga, the nigga that was crying on the Spurs, right? On the Knicks side, you got Bridges, you got, the Kel the French nigga, you got motherfucking Robinson, you have my favorite dude, number 8. I hate mispronouncing his name, but so he's number 8 on the Knicks. But yo, there's a lot of Josh Hart, right? We have, and then we picked up my man Jose Alvarado, and then we picked up my son Clarkson. So the Knicks are wilding when it comes to off the bench. You heard? So if Cat could, you know, um, pluck Wemby's, his head real quick, they get him out the game. Yo, we good. We in there, man. But I think the Knicks have a great chance. You know what I mean? Yo, what's up? What's up, y'all? We already hit the 10 ball, y'all. Yo, good looking, everybody. It's $8, $8. We back. We in motion. You know what I mean? We posting. We doing what the fuck we doing, man. And look at that view. That shit don't this shit look like a green screen? Look at the hi, buddy. Yo, that's funny. The squirrel that has the tail ripped off, he's giving me more like what am I doing in his kitchen, right? Yo, good looking, everybody. Good looking, everybody. We're gonna light this L up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Darius, how you doing, Frank? How you doing, Darius? How you doing, Christy? How you doing, Nene? How you doing, B? How was y'all weekends, man? Let's talk to y'all, man. Everybody good? Everybody focused? Everybody still making money? We still comfortable, right? Nothing has changed dramatically. As long as y'all good, man, that's all I care for. As long as y'all safe, remember that, because the world is getting, yo, the world's getting creepy, y'all. Look at my nostril, y'all. Look, let the nostril speak real quick. Yo, the world is getting fucking spooky, son. I swear to God, nigga, motherfuckers is pulling out the burner like too easily. You heard? People are dying. Yo, some lady in the Bronx, 23 years old. I don't want to say she had only, I don't want to say nothing, but she was a good looking human being, let's say, right? Yo, she went to a memorial. Yes, this is where I tell people after 12 o'clock, get your fucking ass home. After 11 o'clock, get your stupid ass home. You ain't FOMO, you ain't missing nothing. I promise you, because I was the one that was up to 4, 5 in the morning, had work at 7, 8, you know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying? Just to get to that paper. You thought every paper, 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 paper. But yo, good looking everybody. We got the 10 ball. I'm chilling. It went up, it went down. I don't know what's up with these and there's a lot of videos about, I just want to say, platforms, how my man is like, they pay me more for less views than they did this one that had more. Like, it's weird, you know what I'm saying? Everything is weird. And I never believed in algorithm. I believe they feed you what they want you to get fed. I believe that part, because I always feel like there is a huge crowd of positive folks that we're doing positive shit, but they still won't post you as much as they would somebody crashing out. And I'm being honest, man. I'm being honest, man. Hi. Yo, the squirrel's behind me making a noise. I hope it's not like a, hi, you okay? He's like, hmm. Is there any squirrel masters out there? Any squirrel masters? Do you know what that means? Anybody that's fluent in squirrel, tell me what that means. Is this nigga gonna scratch my face right now? Tito, he's like doing a cute little noise though, y'all. I ain't even lying, man. He's like, hmm, hi, buddy. Hi. I tell you that. He knows how to move out of the camera. I'm gonna bring him food next time. I'm gonna bring these guys some food next time, man. Let me get out of little man's but like I said, man, this is a cool ass park, man. You got folks skateboarding over there, and then you got this beautiful little walk that you walk. But I got 30 minutes. I'm gonna do like maybe a good hour, you know what I'm saying? I'm still under the wind. If you don't know, obviously you guys don't know, but during the weekend, so Friday comes, we go to that meeting, we go look at a building. I think no, Saturday morning, and by that by the time we got back to the crib, they dropped off the little man's. So we had little man's in the crib, the baby. And then we played with him, gave him a bath, chilled. Um, I took a little nap because like I said, I was under the weather. But by the time he left, his baby bro, so I think the baby's like 5 months, and then his bro is like 2 going on 3, right? So the broski comes over. This time we allowed him to sleep over, and yo, can you guys look up this video? It's Michael Jackson, Chicago, and it's like birds dancing. It's a bird video. Just type in Michael Jackson Chicago bird video. Yo, on God, he loves the beat, the way Michael's singing on it. And it's boom, boom, boom. Yo, first of all, I didn't even know Michael Jackson did this song. You know what I mean? Fucking amazing. Sometimes like we forget he dropped like 2 albums after like the 2000s, right? Like after the 90s. He owned the 80s and 90s, man. MJ really did. King of pop, baby. As long as my dude's good. Sorry, I can't read everything. I'm getting to the shade right now. Here we go. Okay, I told you my dad shot it because he hated them making noises while he slept. Oh, get them squirrels out of here. Nah, you definitely did. Pops wasn't having that. So they do see a lot of folks don't understand because so you was in like the wilderness, like you know what I mean? Like to us, but like, yeah, man. Creatures be making noises, man. They do their thing. And a lot of animals and creatures are nocturnal because of the heat. So a lot of creatures come out at night, you heard? So hence the reason why your cat will sleep all day and then at night knock shit off the dresser, you heard? You heard what's popping, Juan? Man, you could have relatives swear up and down they support you, but don't repost none or show love or nothing like that. Shit crazy. Yeah, man. B, that's a great segue because that is can we all agree, man, or disagree, because everybody's allowed their opinion in my room. But B has a point, man. And it's funny because then when you do make it is when they wanna, yo, you got a job for me? It's like, yo, man, when I was climbing them hills, nobody was there, man. And yo, motherfuckers will repost a statement by a Drewski video, but not you. Like y'all don't know Drewski. Y'all don't know I Show Speed or fucking Casanat or his peoples or Ben the man. I like that dude though. The dude that be, Drake be doing weird stuff just in case they talk shit on him. He could be like, yo, I gave y'all chains, man. Y'all don't be giving me shit, but maybe views, and that's why when you do follow certain platforms, how they speak on certain artists, that you're like, hey, how come you're so biased on this guy, right? But that's a great conversational piece, man. Like, where are you when I'm climbing this mountain? Where are you when it's time to, maybe clip some of my shit or I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's not to everybody, but I'm talking about like the majority of your folks, like your circle that know what's happening and they can or they, you know what I'm saying? Maybe go buy your shit, see you live, and they just go skip. You know what I'm saying? Me, like I say, I always try if I'm online. Like I do tat in the morning. Sometimes I catch court. Whoever's on, you know what I'm saying? Because if you don't know, I like to shop around home. But if you go into your subscription base, those are you. Those are your peoples, right? So I'll be going down, seeing people live. I jump in people's pages, give them a thumb up, and I do a shout out, yo. But motherfuckers will repost Drewski with panties on. Yo, y'all remember that Drewski skit that he had? My son was Shorty's like, you can't smoke no black and miles in my crib or in front of my crib. He's like, what? Nigga put his meat on the doorknob. Whoops. Nigga meat was wrapped around. Shorty's like, yo, you could burn that shit inside. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, man. Drewski is a funny dude. And yo, another thing he did that I like is he's like Dame Dash. He reinvests his money. So if you don't know, you guys know because when you look at Drewski's videos, they look high end. They look like they had production value, right? Doesn't look like a skit like Dusky or and them niggas are getting up in their production, right? But to rent space, to rent actors, to the lighting, the camera crew, the this, the that, all that shit costs money, man. Remember I told y'all the new motherfucking truck is the U-Haul. The new truck in America, it ain't GNC or Ford, man. Is the U-Haul truck. But boy, motherfuckers will post a stranger, a danger. But what up, folk? It's a hot one, man. I ain't fronting. I ain't gonna lie. It's moist. It's very moist today. Sorry again, I can't read. Once I get to the crib, I'm gonna read everybody's shit and we Gucci. Yo, who said that? Was that B? Yo, B, right? Yo, my little grandson, cause I'm like that, obviously, this is my last relationship. So, You know what I mean? I'm family. But my grandson, man, he hears it, and I'm already like, first of all, I'm like, I'm gonna get this little dude in the studio, get him to, start producing and making. That's where the money is sometimes, is producing. But long story short, this motherfucker, I mean, yo, my grandson, pardon, but yo, he listens to, cause I'm over here going through going through the joints. You know what I'm saying? He puts on that Michael Jackson. He starts dancing crazy. I'm like, yup, that's the goat right there. That song go hard. What's going on, Juan? What's poppin', Frank? What up, everybody? What up, folk? It's a hot one today. But yo, first of all, I didn't even know, and that's how come you could be like, yo, Michael has always been ahead of the time. My nigga got a song called Chicago. He already knew the temperature out there. Remember, Chicago was always wilding because of the mafia, and it was almost like the Wild Wild West out there. Like when Chicago was like arresting John Gotti in the '90s and doing this, Chicago was still popping, son. Chicago was still popping with a mafioso. In fact, if you look up now, Chicago still has a mafia presence. Let me not even, you know what I'm saying? Sorry, I'm putting too much out there, but word, man. Sorry, everybody. Fuck, I hit my glasses. All right. Zay, I'm back. What's going on, Dom? Oh, Dan, let me scroll up. Hey, Juan. What's going on, Frank? What's going on, everybody? All right, so I'm taking off the saquitos. We're going to get another cigarettito, and we just going to marinate, man. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I should bring that water bottle. You heard? Let's not, water's your favorite friend, and when it comes to the summertime, man, this heat is different. And you know how I know it's different? Because I used to survive with a fan. Like we were fanboys. Like folks don't understand back in the days. So when it came to like flat screens, AC units, those things used to cost a lot of money, maybe in the thousands, right? And so, when they mass produce something, it drops the price. But long story short, man, uh AC units, motherfuckers would have fans, right? You put a rag that was in the freezer, you know. But this heat, man, you need AC. If not, like you dying. That's why sometimes I be like, I hope the cats and all the creatures are good. You know what I'm saying? But what up, folk? What's going on, everybody? What's poppin', Dom? How you, man? We gonna go inside. I'm just gonna smoke a little bit, and we inside, man. Yo, and you know, you pray that like when it gets to the nighttime, yo, at least my room gonna cool up, right? Gonna open that window. Nope. Yo, Sidewalk, my bad, man. What up, Sidewalk? Yo, but let me tell you a secret, y'all. Nowadays they got some fans that are like fucking better than AC units. You heard? They got these fans that are like mist fans now, like the ones in the theme parks, and it just be blowing. And I know sometimes your room is just, if you don't got windows, your shit is just all heat. It's just heat blowing on heat. Pause. You know what I mean? Thanks for looking out for the quote of the day. Y'all enjoy the word. Oh shit, hold on, man. Nah, man. Uh, as AB thinks, no. I think he did that after he asked me about the Wemby. What's up, Darius? Please excuse me if my comments and replies are late. Nah, moving around. Nah, do you, B? You always moving, man. Stay doing you, man. Stay focused. Your heard was popping, man. What's up? What's up? Nothing much, one. Yeah, that Chicago song go hard. Yeah, that's a fact. Slept on bangers. That's a fact. You know how many songs that like we really sleep on? I don't see the. Thanks for. I don't see the joint. Quote of the day: you don't need to cut everyone off, just adjust their access to you. Some people deserve your full energy, some deserve limited access. That's a factory, man. Yeah, this shit is it do act up, man. But yeah, we hit the loving ball. What the fuck going on, man? That's a fact, man. And I'm lucky. Yo, I remember one time I had an apartment, you know, I'm getting the AC unit, so I went to the store. I bought this bitch called like a Vornado. I don't know what the fuck it was, man. It cost me like 50 at the time, like a hot penny, right? Yo, this little motherfucker was knocking things off the dress. Yo, I was like, she was. I was like, let's go. That's why I say you could sleep in cold, right? You could get blankets. You can't sleep in heat. And eventually you pass out and wake up all extra sweaty, like, damn, I really passed out. Yeah, man, jump in the shower. And that's another thing sometimes I do is they tell you to go in the shower and put hot water on. So when you jump out, it feels cooler. Something about your body temperature. Because when you put cold, especially me, I take a shower, as soon as I come out and it's hot, I'm sweating balls already, man. Something about that, the water intake, right? The water splashing, it absorbs through your you know what I'm saying? And then you know, it just comes back out, you know what I'm saying? In a sweating fashion. The hope the cat is good. That's it. I'm good. Yeah, man. We drove through various, you know what I mean, places and shit like that. Shout out to the East Coast for having more. I don't know if it's closer to the water or the fact that there's less desert areas. I think trees have a lot to do with that. I don't think people understand when in California they were chopping down the redwoods. That wasn't a good idea because what trees do is it cools your areas. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers don't learn. Niggas don't. Why wouldn't people want to do things the right way? You know what I'm saying? They get paid more for messing things up. They get paid more for messing things up. Word to mother, man. Yeah, my wife bought a cool little dress. You know what I'm saying? I always like when women do they women things and just shop and shit. But yeah, man, that sun is not normal, man. And shout out to my new look, man. I shave a tron. Yo, I've been watching Rick and Morty. First of all, I've been smoking like a little bit of this at night, right? Right now, that's why I'm like for the rest of the day I won't smoke this device. This shit is hard body karate. You heard? But um I smoked that, and then I watched Rick and Morty. Yo, from first season all the way. First of all, they started a new season, and I think they up 2 episodes or three. Yo, long story short, Rick and Morty is funny as hell, and this is to say like I hate when the way society is now, right? So the old society, which is me, right? We used to kind of hold on to our movies or childhood things we liked in hopes of, like, remember, it's society that writes letters and people are like, hey, can you remake this thing, can you remake Goonies, can you, so they try and put budgets and receive various screenplays from different people, and then they get a director on board, and then that dream manifests, just like Mortal Kombat did to me. So when I watch Mortal Kombat, it really is like the game now. Like the movie is taking references, like before they try to make a movie out of the game, now they're making a game out of the movie, I think. You know what I'm saying? It's wild. But it's coming off good. Like the scene where, if you don't know Mortal Kombat 2, there's a scene where Sindel is fighting Sonya Blade, like in a spiky environment, let's just say. Yo, that shit was lit, man. Liu Kang versus Kung Lao, the evil version. That shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Michael Jackson is fire. Yo, you see the stupid shit with there's a Michael Jackson, I forgot they call him Fabio, like the Fabio Michael Jackson. He's like light skinned more. But yo, my son don't even know how to dance. Like at least dance like Mike. You know what I'm saying? I saw that sun is LED light now. I told you I saw two riding on Delaware River a couple weeks ago. Yeah, and there's something going on where you have multiple people having I've had where you see two moons, where you see, like I say, the sun, like, and this is why I feel like, because to me I'm like, how come they're not, like, if I'm a president, right, and I know it costs billions to trillions of dollars, hence the reason why Elon Musk created a way of um uh bringing the ship back. Like that is one of the, like, thank God for satellites and GPS and all this signaling and all this, um GPSing, because longitude, latitude, they figured out how to send a rocket. Mind you, it's like a bullet, right? So when the rocket goes up, the piece in it pops off, right? And then shoots off. That's the piece. And then there's debris that for decades and decades we just been leaving this debris in space, right? But Elon figured out a way to bring that fucking ship back and land in the middle of the ocean on a fucking, a template, like a target type thing, and they bring it back. And yes, it it saves millions of, like, we don't understand the gravity of how much money is invested when they send one rocket into space. And if that rocket explodes or something happens, you know it's like, where you getting this bread, man? And now I see why everything out the wazoo is costing us, you know what I mean? Yo, sidewalk, nothing surprises me anymore. The sun might be LED. Yeah. Yo, Nene, thanks for the segue. Yo, when I found out that I want to say Japan or China, they have a giant sun that imitates the sun. So it produces the same light, it produces the same energy, right? It's the energy that we want to harness, right? Free energy. Other places are doing it, but over here, because over here we still want to be fighting over oil, right? If we were advanced, everything would be electric. You would charge motherfuckers 20 to 30 bands for one of the Teslas, and everybody would have a Tesla, and everything would be, you know what I mean, Gucci on this side. Because gas and a lot of shit, it's the production of the Teslas that cost a lot of energy. But once the Tesla's on the road, it does save from, the rubber it emits to the gas, right? So it does help, you know what I'm saying? But it's just too expensive. Folks ain't jacking that 120 bands, and then in 2 years it's 40, 30. I be seeing Teslas for 17 and a quarter. But yo, they literally have rocket ships that they would shoot out and it would come back longitude, latitude, and land right on that dot, man, on the X. And those things bug me out. But back to that, the China or Japan having this giant, it looks like a sun, and it says that when it charges during the day, it's able to sustain cities. Cities. So in 2005 or six, when I went on that road trip, and no, in 2003, when I went to, no, 2001 or two, I went to Detroit in '02 or '03. And when I went to Detroit, fucking the mayor at the time was shutting off power. So at nighttime, all the lamps, the lights were all off. So it was extra dark in Detroit at this time, and it was spooky. So you imagine a tourist going to Detroit, and then I'm playing in the 8 Mile, seven. I'm playing in the hood and shit, and the only light I see is the liquor store, a bar which was like vaguely lit, and that's it. Everything was dark, darknesses, and literally you go over that track, it's like a different world. So, to people, whoever, Christy or whoever in the Detroit area, you could vouch for that. That, like, and I went, man, and it was beautiful. Like when you cross that line, you see cribs that had columns. You know how big your crib has to be to have those columns, like the White House? Yo, I seen mad, and they have a huge population, if you don't know, of like IDB, a lot of Arabic and Chinese, like wherever there's you could, build again, a lot of um cultures go because they know when it comes to business, if you start clamping your feet on property early, everything is good. Just like the guy we're messing with, he has just properties all over, but they're in like, places that aren't close to, you know what I mean, a lot of the society. But in 5, 10 years when they build, because this the place I'm at, they're building. It's like, yo, he's right in the center of it, right? Like, so it just takes time and a lot of money, obviously, because before we are taking this commercial spot, I think for a couple of months or year, he just had it. He's just paying that monthly whatever it costs, to rent this space. And it's wild because I seen a video where some guy was like talking about the RVs being parked in California, Los Angeles, San Francisco areas, and I got you, B. Um, and this guy was like, I pay 80,000 a month for this property, and it was like it had a gate, it had like the commercial space, and then like a giant like garage. And I'm like, you're paying 80, not giant, but like like a connection piece, right? 80 bands, and as soon as you leave that little gate. It looks clean in his little area, right? As soon as you leave that gate, boom, RV right there, dog barking, fucking some nigga dumping shit right in. Like you're like, yo, you're paying 80 bands for that, and the government won't lower it or help you out because of that. Like, nope, not out here, man. Seen snippets of it. East Coast royalty should have just stayed quiet. Yeah, bro, they don't tell us everything. It might be living organisms just like us, separate planets. Yup, that's a fact. Yo, did anyone see Jay-Z new rap, Roots Picnic rap ripping Kanye, Nicki, and people speaking on him up? Yo, Nene, being an East Coast guy, my biggest thing is I didn't like Hove too much, right? I was more of a Nas Escobar guy, right? So when Hove came on the scene, I'm rewinding a lot back, but he was battling Biggie, Pac, and a lot of people, and he was losing. As soon as Pac and Big died, they gave the reins to and Jay, and they were going to give the reins to Nas, but then there was a community that was nitpicking that his album with the Egyptian shit on it. I think it was I Am. So a lot of folk were nitpicking that album. So Nas started strong, obviously. Illmatic, you know what I mean? He came out with like he had I think two projects or maybe one, Illmatic, and then he drops I Am. But whatever the way he dropped released the album, a lot of folk didn't like that Pharaoh, his Egyptian. Like he was spitting some shit on it though, by the way. You know what I'm saying? I love it. He has, I think the messages on it. He had a lot of cool joints on that. Actually, the messages, whatever, the messages on the first part. But no, I think it is on the second part. Whatever. I'm fucked up. You know what I mean? But long story short, Hove knew to put Foxy and Kim, and he started, repping Brooklyn. Yo, what's going on? Juicy was popping, everybody. Um, let's just say Jay knew. Remember, Jay was hustling, so he had paper, and when they all put their paper together, him, Biggs, and Dame to create Rockefeller, they knew that to put an imprint in the rap game, you needed to have your own label. Like they knew then. I think a lot of like if you don't know, a lot of dope guys, that's where they put their dirty money, which was in this rap game. Jay Prince, um, let's say a little Suge Knight, because a lot of his money came from dirty entities. But a lot of people, even Murder Inc., Ja Rule, all them dudes was messing with Supreme Team. I'm dropping a lot of juice, man. But long story short, Jay knew that money spoke, and Jay had hits. Don't get it twisted. But who would I rather choose when Jay versus Nas happened? Ether. Nas destroyed Jay, but I don't know how Jay wiggled out of that one. And then he was smart enough to, work with Kanye when they did the Throne album, right? So Hove knew how to move, you know what I'm saying? And then he was the first to be like, I'm gonna retire, and this is gonna be my last concert in Madison. So sold out performance. I was at the one where the people in the front row pepper sprayed R. Kelly in the face, and supposedly those were Jay people. It was messy, man. Jay Z's upcoming was a lot of messy stories. On Rivera, he stabbed on Rivera. 1111, babe, love you. Um, I saw Ray it get knocked out on Nene. He fell into the ropes in the ring. Ha 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 ha. Let him be here. Yo, let's talk about it, Darius. Ray J got the knot for real. And yo, supposedly Ray J, because at the end of the fight said some slick shit about yo, you were supposed to, follow the rules type shit. I heard they trying to Ray J right now, and Aiden is under investigation because that's one thing the government don't play is when you start doing like insider betting type shit, and you know who's gonna win this or that. You know what I'm saying? Good looking black. Ray got knocked out, but was supposed to be dying 2 months ago. Yo, that's a fact. And this is why I don't believe celebrities. I don't even believe the beefs no more. When certain beefs be happening between parties, I'm like, these niggas are cool. All of them eat dinner together. All of them bump. There's certain artists like I think Drake, Jay-Z, maybe DJ Khaled a little bit. Obviously Mayweather. There's certain people that they traveled in small circles of like elite that you only was bumping shoulders with them, right? But there's underneath that is like Diddy it could mix with both, but Diddy he liked the hood shit, so he's chilling with Baby. He's chill, a lot of these CEOs like to chill with these rapper dudes. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. Yo, Ray had the thing with the birds. That nigga Knotson, that yo, that's a damn shame. And yo, you know what kills me the most is like this is all I have to say, y'all. It's like, look, thank you for the 13, y'all. I appreciate everybody, man. Yo, all I'm saying is this. You talked the hot one. You brought beef to you and your peoples. You was talking shit to Fabulous, acting like, yo, the way Ray J talk, I thought Ray J had the nastiest hands in the earth. The way Ray J was talking in life when he got into beef a lot of times, I swear to God, Ray J made me think that this nigga was gonna knock. First of all, Super Hot Fire is like a freestyle kid. You gonna let that? Yo, my son hit him with the whoppity whoppity toppity hoppity dippity boppity. Oh, my son Doolery. That's what happens, Ray J. Everything was he ain't have a wish for that moment, man. If I had one wish, it'd be the dark. Maybe take a punch in my nuts. But if I had one wish, I would try the dark. That nigga should have did something. Put your hands up. If I had one wish, I wish I knew how to use my hands. Wish I knew how to use my hands. Like Ray J, you talking like I swear to God, this nigga acted like he was Bruce Leroy. You heard? Every time Ray J was on Breakfast Club, and yo, you find out Ray J like 4'5", man. That nigga 4-3, man. This one, yo, you gotta know where you stand. Yo, if I had one wish, I wish I could take a plunge. Yo, Ray, set up a fight between me and you so I can knock you and you can really di. And yo, just a week ago, he was like, "Yo, my heart gonna explode," and he in the ring. Now they doing investigation on him for talking slick at the end. Yo, people got to just stop talking. Not everything is meant for the microphone, man. Yo, you saw when Ben the man or whatever that kid's name is, he was interviewing. He was like, "Damn!" Like he was like, he's a great personality, man, because he's honest, right? I heard he's from Chicago or somewhere, but yeah, man. I be trying to tell people about trying these comedians just because them they funny guys don't mean nothing. That's a fact. Yo, what up? What happened? What's going on, King? Just chilling, chilling, man. Nothing happened. We chilling, we relaxing, man. But yo, that is wild, bro. Ooh, who? Wait, Miles Garrett. Corner. Yo, you know what's wild with the Rams, man? They got dope colors. That yellow blue. Remember when Kurt Warner? It was Kurt Warner. They had, I think, a dope ass wide receiver in the corner, man. Shout out to that, man. Shout out to the Rams back in the days, man. Good looking, Frank. Let me see. I never went to Mixie's chat. What happened? Good looking, Nene. Yeah, that's the same. But that's why I don't, talk on people. I just keep me pushing. But word, man, Ray, man, that's a travesty, man. You know what I mean? But but that's why, like, I think back in the days, a lot of because this ain't the first time they wanted to do, like, they've been chanting for celebrity boxing so much that they made it into like a claymation for us back in the days. It was called celebrity boxing, right? And they used to have whoever you thought Will Smith against, right? Like whoever in claymation form, and but they always wanted celebrities to air out their beef in the ring. Like, you know what I'm saying? But what happened with Ray J was he chose an event that was UFC related. He should have just went to boxing. You know what I'm saying? But because those gloves are littler. Those UFC gloves is almost, that's why the motherfuckers be bleeding and wild, like, yo, you could crack somebody with them joints. That's a fact, Christy Top Mod, man. Like I said, mod for mod, man. My mods not in order. B, Nene, Christy, and Darius, man. That's what it was. Juicy Celebrity Death Match. But that's why I try like my hardest to not venture into like the pillow talk or the chatty like I don't, I don't bring up people when I hit the end thing. I don't, discuss people behind their backs. You know what I'm saying? But word, man, remember that celebrity thing? Yo, that show was crazy. But that's just proof in the pudding that they always wanted celebrities to be fighting. You heard? Because we don't know, but we find out years later, like when you watch a movie and you're like, yo, both of those actors, why the movie came out dope was they really had a beef. You know what I'm saying? They really had animosity towards each other. So it's kind of dope, man. Like, yeah, let these motherfuckers put the gloves on and let's see where your hands is at. You know what I mean? But it's almost like a celebrity dancing, like when your career balling out of control, like you need, yeah, your ass gonna be putting on them gloves. You know what I mean? Half of these rappers right now that are talking it, you're gonna see Little Baby versus Little Yachty in 5 years, Little Pump versus Takashi 6ix9ine. Word. That she was just trolling that day. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know, go look at my joint. But yeah, man. This ain't for everybody. That's another lesson I learned. You know what I mean? Coming on, when I say that I got thick skin, it's really because you need that. You need to harness this energy of like I'm building a community and the folk I like is the folks I like. But a lot of people have this secret desire of your downfall. A lot of people watch to see you not win, right? And that's the energy I try to like weed out, man, because it's like it's not fair for me and my audience. We have Frank with the quote of the day. We have fucking B, moving around, still giving me his attention, dialing in, right? You got Darius, dealing with tooth dentists, all type of shit. Stormy, rest in peace. You dealing with then, everybody has a life, man. So the fact that I chose a time and we tune in and we deliver, that's the magic. That's the miracle in the pudding. There's a lot of channels that can't survive the first few months, and we're ready 8 months in. So I already know I'm gonna hit the stars. It's just I need YouTube to put me out there more. It's on YouTube. It's on my fans as well to share and like, right? They always tell you to like, but I don't know how they go about watch views because right now I got 350,000 views in the little 8 months I've been, popping again. I created this in 2010, but never utilized it until now. You understand me? So I used to do little game video joints, but that's when I was in the crib and I was already aligning myself in stay in the fucking cribs, eh? When you outside, you spend more, you bump into people you don't want to bump into. New York is very walking and it's a small world. That's what we always say that in New York because it's like, damn, nigga, you live in Queens and I'm in Brooklyn, but we met each other in fucking the Bronx barbershop. Like, how random is this, man? That's why I always strove to make good networking decisions, good friendships, never stay loyal to people, never choose sides, always ride with your niggas. You understand me? Because I got friendships 30 years, man. Like that, yo, that might blow some kids' mind. First of all, they'll call me cooked and old because of, I'm 44. But, the significance of having friends for over those years should tell you a lot about my character. A lot of people don't have friends over 2 years because all they do is burn bridges. You never use another human for what they could offer you. You just chill. What happened to chilling with your peoples? That's what it was. You did a 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. Me, it was Monday through Friday, and then Sunday nights I worked in the courthouse. But you would, and then Saturday I would make sure if one of my people's birthday was happening, I would go there. If one of my people's needed me to show up, yo, there was a baby shower or some shit, I would go there. You always had to show up. I was in yo, when I fast forwarded like 20 years and my peoples were still with pictures and yo, Zay, look at you in the I was at this event, nigga. I went on, oh shit, I supported your moms, went yo. And that's why when I see niggas be like, yo, Zay, they hug me like, yo, I'm talking about killers, nigga, like people that'll slap the shit out of me. You heard? Niggas squeeze me, yo, Zay. I remember when you let me come to your crib and you let me go in your refrigerator and eat anything. Yo, you don't understand what sometimes a meal can mean to a person. I was always big on that. If I was going out to eat, and let's say I wanted a steak and potatoes, right? I wanted to eat good, right? I would I would bring it down a notch if I was with two other my peoples. Let's go to eat Chinese because I could cover y'all three, right? I could fit the bill. You know what I'm saying? And then fast forward when I was hurting, one of my peoples will always do that for me, right? Yo, fit the bill, man. I don't got it right now. You heard? Oh, here's my last 20. But you know what I mean? Like whatever I could have do, I always did. You know what I'm saying? And that speaks. You know what I'm saying? That speaks. That's why you should always, figure out somebody's character. It takes days. It takes months. You're not supposed to just go full throttle with some people. That's why people get hurt. But it's like, yo, man, there's a significance about being loyal. There's a significance about being, down for somebody. Like I'm in a relationship where, um, as a man, you never realize how supporting your woman means, how much allowing her to, shake her wings and fly, not to another nigga's arms, but to get to this bag, to get to the goal, right? So you have to you know what I mean? Like, but I'm still a guy, so you know what I'm saying? Nah, what happened to RJ? No lies detected. What's going on, man? That's because we had community and family togetherness back then. Unity is absolutely fucking gone, and it burns, man. Like sometimes Tap be like, "Yo, you be mad nostalgic," and it's like, "Yo, we not nostalgic over here." You know what I'm saying? We just saying that we came from a place that I swear to God could still be. It's just that motherfuckers ain't thinking no more. When you think for self, you could beat this system. When you think as a sheeple, you ain't going nowhere, man. You always had that one kid or a couple of kids in class. You might have called them nerds, but they knew the answer. They knew to ask questions. They knew to do things. Now everybody too cool. Even the nerds are too cool. We made money seem like it was too easy to obtain when it's really not. Do you not know math? A lot of folks don't know how to read, so I know they don't know math. But math is there's 1% of this damn earth that own the wealth of 90 something percent. Like, 1% owns the wealth of all of us, y'all. You know what 1% is? That's a couple of thousand people, man. A couple of thousand families, maybe the 400 families, like I say, 444, whatever it is, that obtained wealth. They let a few go through the cracks, but they have to, shake hands with those entities. But yo, this is why we need togetherness. That's perfect, Nene D. We need togetherness. We need unity. You know why? Because we can't. They not making this a solo thing no more. Back in the days, you could have got a job and you could have had you a studio or apartment. You could have had your friends come over, through these little cool parties, and you paid your rent. Now, yo, you need a roommate. You need a husband or a wife or a boyfriend or a girlfriend, or not even just a roommate. And yo, segue, choose your roommates wisely, man. Some of these fucking roommates out here are disgusting, yo. You heard? Like sometimes you think as a human you seen it all, and then you get a roommate and you like, holy. I was just blessed that I had about three roommates. One used to throw tattoo parties at 5 in the morning. Another with two Russian girls. One her boyfriend would pick her up in a Bentley, but she used to tell me he has all the money in the world, but beats the shit out of me because he thinks I'm cheating every 5 minutes. The other girl she was with was cool. I would come home, they'd be cooking, breakfast, right? You know what I mean? Just in the kitchen chilling. They always loved to talk to me. We had a language barrier, so I knew dal, which was yes. Are you in the shower? Dal, dal. Yes, I'm here. Yes, I'm in the shower. Don't open that fucking door. I'm doing caca. I'm taking a shower. But yeah, man. Choose your roommates wisely, and I think when people really settle and dissect a lot of my lives, you're gonna see that Zay Dollar is always trying to give a message, always trying to read somebody's positive energy, always trying to give advice as to how to maneuver in this earth. How do I do it? And then you come back and be like, oh, how do I do it? It's like I already told you, man. Stack that bread. Don't have FOMO, which is fear of missing out. Maintain your temple. Stop watching other people's pockets. No more pocket watching. No more going on Instagram thinking your niece or your whoever is balling out of control. We're not balling no more. These are serious times. These are times where a job is one of the most beautifulest things right now. If you have a gig, if you have a job, if you have a career, hold on to it as much as you can. Because regardless of how you maneuver, you could get, fired or hired, right? But now it's the testament. This is the time where the unveiling is occurring, and this is a time where your neighbors are showing their face. This is the time where your parents or your kids are showing their true colors, right? Where people are allowing themselves to be shown in light, right? And a lot of people aren't that cute, right? A lot of ugly anger. But yeah, man. Yeah, Nene. And another thing, Nene D, is when you don't allow energy, right? So I read it and I went to you, and then I went to what B said. And those two allowed me to segue to other, a lot of times, why my shit sometimes don't hit is people like I rub people off when the talking, right? Oh, he's still talking, right? They go like that. But it's more like I'm just being informative. This is my channel, man. I'm allowed the gift of gab, which is I know how to talk, I know how to communicate, and I know how to deliver a message, right? You could know how to know the English language, but if you don't know how to put words together, you're just one of these simplistic fools out here. And I'm not trying to say I'm the elite. I'm this fucking God's gift to earth. No, man. This is a building process that I've met people that are in similar values, similar ideology, and we're aiming for a goal that's bringing back the old regime of kindness, respect, love, admiration, and not jealousy. Wanting to see somebody else grow, regardless of if you're growing or not. That's the thing we're fading on. We're so quick to fucking jump on somebody's back for something they did that minute as opposed to building them. That's what's happening. It's a world where you know how many times I come on and I'd be like, yo, what's up, y'all? And then somebody goes, stop smoking or stop saying this word, right? Like, and it's like, yo, man, they will nitpick everything because that's their desire. Misery loves company. A lot of folks don't even know that they're sitting in this. A lot of people think that, they motherfucking doing the right thing and shit. And meanwhile they got the dirtiest hands. That's why I am me. I talk how I talk, I move how I move, and I elaborate, when needed, right? But there's something that, it's a testament to how every time I'm growing, every time you reach these plateaus or these, you know, cliffs that you finally overcame, this obstacle, there's always somebody in the back trying to hate, man. It's like, yo, and then, the beauty about life is time. So 5 years ago, and that motherfucker's still the same, man. Still hating, still in pain, still don't understand. They're undesirable. They're not wanted. So what happens is it builds this anger towards anybody they feel or looks. Because mind you, everybody that comes and chomps on me is a look department. They don't even listen to me. They come on, oh, the shiesty, man. Yo, the glasses, you think you too cool? Oh, look at the jewelry, man. That's why I took the boogers off today. I just got the scorpion chain, man. You know what I'm saying? I told you we got this for the grandson. It's a little, you know what I mean? A little ladybug. Papapi. Good looking on the 13 likes. I appreciate everybody. Don't time me out, please. Now, RJ, just be nice. That shit's so annoying. It is. Unity, that's a unity. That's a fact, Frank. Exactly, and we don't need simp coming here ruining program, trolling. Yeah, and yo, you know what? Bothers. I would say us is like, yo, when we flowing, when we grooving, when we talking real shit, right? It's like, yo, that's when the kid. But that was real. Like when I was younger, and moms is with the and then you would like tug mom's dress or and then like do something like you trying to be the center. That's what that was. You want to be the center, and a lot of times these parents made their kids the center of life, and that's not how life is really. You ain't the center. Like in fact, life is moving too fast to see that we do slow down, hence the reason we have celebrities and athletes, and we do slow down to witness certain people reach these athletic or entertainment, or even doctors or whoever, right? Whoever reaches the bag, that big bag, right? But yeah, man, there's been this growing jealousy, this growing hate that's been resonating in our children and our kids. They don't even know how to speak to elders. They don't even want to hear us. They don't want to talk to us. They think that we're the problem. Yo, yo, you know what's sad? Yo, because boomers dying, you know who's next up? Is gonna be Gen X and then millennials. And for some reason, the way our name first of all, we were Gen X. I don't give a fuck what anybody say. We were Gen X, 1980 to 81 to like 90 or whatever, right? That was Gen X. Then they pushed us back and then they pushed us as millennials, which doesn't make sense because we graduated in 1999. And yeah, that if you want to say that's manhood, right? 99 to 2000, it doesn't make sense, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, RJ, LOL, man. That's a fact. Missed their grandmother's house and what it represented to the family. Yeah, man. You're losing property. You losing touch with history. When the elders start, this is why I say when the elders decline, people watch out. When the elders start erasing, because first of all, what you know what these motherfuckers are doing? They're writing a new history. Yes, they are. When we die and our mothers and fathers and grandfathers and everybody, and they it's just Gen Z, yo, they gonna rewrite history. They're gonna say Michael Jordan founded fucking America, man. Max Bigavell created language. Like, yo, what you know what I mean? Like, I'm just being crazy, but you know what I mean, man. They're already doing it live. Hence the reason why we have that Mandela effect, which is we remember it as this, and then when I see more shows keep having uh TV shows that have this weird like the synopsis of the show is how they could implement memories in us and how nothing is fucking real or nothing is what we remember it as. And it's like, no, the fuck y'all doing, man? That I remember Disney World. I remember things being loved. I remember first of all, there was a certain color in the 80s. I remember. The TV sets. We weren't, I think the integration or the fast forwarding of TVs made society fast forward in a weird way. We're like we're chasing technology in a weird way, and it's like, no, we're not. That's not us. Just like a squirrel isn't going to look at a human and try to smoke a cigar tomorrow, he knows that's not me. And as humans, we have to go back to us. We're meant to procreate, we're meant to build, not destroy. And even if we did destroy, we always built again. I don't want to get to the point where we're going to leave the keys to the car to some fucking group of people that don't know how to read, don't know how to fucking do nothing but crash out, too emotional. Everything is a debate, everything is an argument. You can't even have a discussion with anybody no more. We understand everybody got a story. Everybody got a yo, so and so got shot. Yo, we all got it, man. It's how you integrate that, absorb it, and then break it down where it's not controlling your life, man. I'm not gonna have anger for some shit back then to some human that I don't even know. That's why I love those videos where you see that hood nigga, yeah, what up, yo, nigga at the bar, and then you see a little thing, shouldn't have messed with the dude with the cauliflower ear. The nigga talking all that shit, and my son go, whoop, 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 linguini legs, hot, hoochie, hot, hood, 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 hood. Niggas always be crazy, yo. Talking fly, and then crash out, and then notice the nigga had the cauliflower ear. Hood, hood, hood. Beating the shit out of niggas, man. Oh, what happened? Wait, Jordan, what? Y'all know me as Almighty. Oh, that's Almighty Kermit. Why y'all be changing your names though? You know, I'm gonna treat you regular, like Juicy. You know what I'm saying? I treat everybody regular. You know, sometimes people like I don't. Yeah, Christy, stop smoking. What's up with the shiesty calling you different? Niggas call me Fauci, B. Niggas call me Fauci too. But you know what I mean? And like I say, man, I just had that thick skin to just keep pushing. But holy man, niggas be fly, acting crazy. Bump into the nigga with the cauliflower ear. It's over, nigga. Told you. And then, a lot of these motherfuckers only move in groups. So when they dolo, they really like this with the phone. When they grouped up, fucking the gun is hanging out the thing. The book bag is in the front. They got the burner. Nigga. Yo, I'm so grateful we ain't have niggas with the cauliflower ear back then. Cause holy man, I used to have a Napoleon complex a little bit. And I'm pretty, 5'10", 5, but man, And it wasn't that. It was like, you felt like you did boxing and you did jiu-jitsu. Like you felt like you knew more, so you was gonna. But when you fight, that shit don't ever happen like in the movies. First of all, it slows down and it's weird. Like when you fight, I don't know if that ever happens to y'all. When you're fighting, it slows down for me, and it feels like I'm punching, but it's like I'm like, yo, whew, whew, and your adrenaline is so, and then once it stops, you're like, I always throw up because of my adrenaline. Only things happening on my side is my phone. I knew I shouldn't have went with neither. Oh my God! Imagine, see. But what up, Almighty Kermit, man? You knew I was gonna treat you. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing, man. I'm really a cool motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying? I never lead with my accomplishments. I lead with what's popping current, right? What we doing? That Juice World shit bugs me out a lot. Like, we have great artistry, we have good talented folks, and there's always you seen Dean the Great and AB's last dream where Kodak Black is like with the lean, and I'm like, yo, first of all, they got a video with Chief Keef and his boys. All of them got this, they call it the pipa, right? It's like this little stomach. Usually, if you're an alcoholic, because it's lean. You can't. I don't know what they doing. They gonna go out like Elvis, man. Unless he's quarterback. Unless he's the not the receiver, right? You heard nothing with the word. The only man, Juicinator probably a little better. The only man that get away with Juicy is Juicy J. That's a fact. He was the only one, right? Juicy J. Jordan, yup. That's fire. That's fire. You know your shit. You know your shit, pop. Almighty Kermit, never stray away from shit like that. Those are that's the things that I forgot the name they used to give that, but it was like people that knew these weird. Let's just say, right? Like how why do you but it's cool info. You know what I mean? It's always good to know your shit though. I ain't gonna lie. Gas prices are weird. Fucking yo, you saw that people, of course, another hustle, man. They were buying Mr. Orange had watches. So people bought these $600 watches and they bought them. And when they got them, it's missing the T in his name, man. So it just says rump. Crazy work. And when folk think that that's a coincidence, no, man, that's wild. Like, it ain't happened to one person. It happened to a bunch of people where the T is not in the joint, man. But holy, man. And then there was another one where I forgot where it was that something else was missing. Like, I didn't know he sells a lot of merch, Mr. Orange. He sells a lot of merch for a president for you know what I mean? Juicy a freak. Take out the juicy B is absolutely right. But yeah, man. Fucking weather's hitting. Nothing the same. Oh, I did get a one of them, the Simpsons donut, but it was all glazed, man. That shit put me to heaven, man. Shout out to donuts, man. America used to be a bunch of donut eaters, man. Let me tell you that, man. Shout out to Dunkin' Donuts, you know what I'm saying? I remember them cold mornings going to school, mom's getting like a hot chocolate and some of them the mini joints, you know what I'm saying? Whoo! What up, RJ? What up? What up? Those mini glazed joints are fire, man. Working up an appetite and shit. Right now I'm working with Frosted Flakes and Lucky Charms, man. I'm grooving with my, damn, I wish the cat comes, man. The weather's not good for that creature. I need her in here drinking water and relaxing. Here we go. Let me get motivated. Oh man. Word, man. Motherfuckers, yeah, juicy. But that's crazy. Go back to Almighty Kermit. That name wasn't that bad, man. I ain't gonna lie. It was kind of lit. Flamatorious Rex. But my shit came out lit, man. I did this shit myself, yeah. The corner pockets are always the hardest, man. When you're trying to that corner pocket, you see how it's coming, but then I got a little chisel here. But that corner pocket always hard as fuck, man. I be doing this shit myself, man. And I can't go too high where, like, once again, they caught me when I was braiding my hair back in the days, man. These fucking corners right here. I ain't know, you know what I mean? They ain't tell me motherfucking braiding hair was gonna destroy my shit a little bit. I should have known when I was, you know, I would tell Shorty, yo, do my shit where I was like bleeding a little bit. Cause the tighter it lasted longer, you know what I mean? Pause. And for the Spanish niggas, they always put this grease and wax in my shit. You know what I'm saying? I remember being in the joint and motherfucker right next to me, Shorty was putting weave and I'm like, yo, son, you putting weave in your shit, B? My shit was fucking like Method Man. My fro was like this. Word, shout out to the head game, man. Let me see if I could have a different view, man. Let's see. Go in the jungle real quick. That's wild that like they know how to do this a little bit, but they still haven't mastered it. Like whatever your background is, like that's better, obviously. Once you move, you know what I'm saying? But look, that's fire a little bit. Hee hee. Word. Man. Shout out to Juicy J for real though, man. One of the illest joints he did, if you don't know, was like this is at a time where older artists weren't messing with younger artists, and he collabed with Wiz Khalifa, and I think he signed under Wiz Khalifa's Taylor Gang. I want to say that because this is when, if you don't know, Juicy J is of one of three members, Crunchy Black and my son with the arm. Niggas don't even know he got a fake arm, not a fake arm, but his arm is fucked up. Um, damn. But this is 3 6 Mafia, right? I forgot the third member, man. He's actually cool as fuck. He does a lot of beat producing. You know what I mean? If anybody knows the third member, it's I thought it was Crunchy Black, um, motherfucking Juicy J. Damn, and the other motherfucker has a cool name too, man. But long story short, man, Juicy J did one of the illest joints, man. He collabed with Wiz Khalifa, and it enabled him to like get back in the game for real. And Wiz's movement is was like weed and drugs a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And Juicy fit right in that motherfucker, you know what I mean? So remember that time, man, because I was heavy into Wiz Khalifa. Like I don't know why I adapted to him. And this is like, yo, he did a couple of projects before Black and Yellow, right? So um he had a way of naming his albums too. I forgot one of his albums got a cool name. But this motherfucker is nice, man. Wiz Khalifa, man. And this is what I hate about the rap game, man. I really do, man. The rap game, they don't honor or they don't know how to cherish elders. They don't know how to. It's such a young man's game, and it's fucked up because um time is time, man. You're always gonna get older. Like Wiz was giving us heat. Yo, I remember Wiz has a song on Fast and the Furious that did like 1 billion streams. Like he knew how to tap in at the time to these like songs with Adele and he just knew how to, you know what I mean? But shout out to fucking Wiz Khalifa. I remember that, man. He signed Juicy J on the Taylor Gang and them niggas went the fuck up, man. They were wilding out of here, man. But Juicy is like that was always like a Juicy Couture, You know what I mean? There was another brand that used Juicy. I remember every female had Juicy, man. That's all you saw in them sweatpants in New York City was Juicy. I was like, holy, whoever's, you know what I mean? They making bank. And Pink, I remember when Pink, yo, let me tell you, Victoria's Secret, man, when PINK, that was one of the coolest, you know what I'm saying? But hold on, y'all. I think I got some. Hey, what's up, Pop? Yeah, you could just come in and do your thing, man. I have to be out for 2 hours. There's just roaches, though, no? So, hey, though, so, because, um, yeah, so I could set up, I didn't know it was for 2 hours, though. Um, Damn, so what? If you do it at 12, 1, 2, I have to be back. I could be back by 2, right? All right, yo, everybody, I gotta end the stream. I got an exterminator coming through. Yo, peace, everybody. Have a great one. Y'all stay up. Be good, safe.